No.
Tell me why.
Alright.
Welcome to
We're here.
Welcome to this episode of the King Smith podcast, where I want Nathan to tell
King
me
freaking Smith.
why. My name is Zach King.
My name is Nathan Smith.
Okay.
Yeah. Zach, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, continuing a little bit, like last episode, we talked about like how we're not really taking a break from scripture. Nathan, stop.
You know I'm
It'll
going to
be-
do that every time.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We're not really taking a break from scripture, but we're, not studying it as heavily, right?
Yeah, this time around we're going to keep it a little more chill. Yeah.
Yeah. But so one of the things, both of us are really good gamers, really avid gamers, I
I
should say.
love my games.
But there are features in games that I hesitate to say the word hate because,
No, we could say hate. It's a video game.
it's a video game, it's not alive.
Yes.
But it's things in video games we hate and
Mutually.
mutually and
Without prejudice.
without prejudice. We dislike with maximum gusto.
Yes. Actually, no, it'd be with prejudice. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Zach, before we get into the things we don't like about video games, what's your most favorite video game series?
Kingdom Hearts. You know this.
This is true.
We did like a 3-episode thing on it. It was a whole.
We
it's a whole
did
deal.
like a huge... It was basically you talking because as much as I love the game, I am not as into it as you are.
Yep. I know a whole lot more about it than you do.
This is very true.
Anyway. So,
Wait. Can you ask me the question back?
Hey, Nathan.
Hey, Zach.
The question back. I do this regularly.
Thank you,
y'all.
Zach.
I do this regularly, y'all.
Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it. That was a true knee slapper. Made me laugh so hard.
Yep. All right. For real this time. Nathan, what is your favorite video game series?
My most favorite, 100% Halo.
100% Halo.
Halo, Counter-Strike, and Civilization. PUBG's on that list too. Respect.
We should do a list of like our top 10 video games all time.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I could do 10.
Okay,
Those are
maybe
basically the main 4 that I play.
top 5 then.
What's your top 5?
That's another episode. Gotcha.
Anyway, so Zach,
So Nathan,
what is your number one pet peeve with video games?
oh, there are a number of things I could go with here, but
There are.
I
do know.
yeah, you do because we've talked about it a whole bunch. But like in this thing changes a whole lot because as I play video games, as I get into wider expense, not that yes, Kingdom Hearts is my favorite video game franchise, but I want to play other games than Kingdom Hearts because
Right.
some of the gameplay things are freaking annoying as heck. But
Yeah, like the fact that none of the stories match up, except for the last one in 3.
well, the stories aren't supposed to match up. If they matched up, it'd be the same game.
Yep.
That's not what you meant. That's not what you meant, and I know what you meant, and everybody else knows what you meant.
Lord, give
But-
me patience.
But I went with what you said. So,
Yeah. Okay,
But yes,
I get it.
But yes, the story is very dense and can at times be confusing. I'll give you that.
Right.
I understood what you meant.
All right. What is something that annoys you, Zach?
What is something that annoys me? So,
Outside of myself.
well, that's just normal at this point.
It is.
We are like brothers, y'all. We
We
constantly
kind of have. That's what happens when you live with each other.
Yeah, but anyway, let's see. So, obviously, there's only one of the things that I don't like, and this is I don't like. This is not a hate.
Right.
This is a don't like
Right.
because I see the merit in it. I do not like achievement supports and like trophy support in games.
So really, you don't like?
Okay,
You don't like all those?
I
Do explain.
it's less of I don't like it. It's just it's annoying. because of who I am as a person. Like I'm
Okay.
I'm very competitive as a person.
Uh-huh.
So when I see, like PlayStation and Xbox, that have the achievement, like achievements, extra achievements you can unlock, trophies you can you can earn.
Oh.
It's like
Like,
I need to earn these now, and the method to earn these is so freaking annoying.
yeah. No, I'm with that.
Yeah,
Yeah. If you're a completionist and, like,
yeah,
you have to go through, like, 2 hours worth of gameplay just to get one
and
stupid achievement, yeah.
2 hours worth of gameplay. And what's worse
Yeah,
is
I agree.
I am gonna pick on Kingdom Hearts for this for a little bit,
Go for it.
especially Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, because
Don't get me
okay,
started.
Birth by Sleep, is it a good game with a good story? Yes. But the trophy support is freaking terrible. You want to know why, Nathan?
Why is it bad? I agree with you, by the way.
Because, okay, so the story of Birth by Sleep, for all you non-Kingdom Hearts nerds out there,
Which is probably a good chunk of our audience.
which is pretty much everybody, because, like, I have met, like, one other person that does, two other people that do Kingdom Hearts outside of myself.
They're there. They
They're there.
exist.
And
It's a
I'm-
niche.
And
It's a niche game.
I'm converting you slowly, but it's gonna be a while.
Actually, I think I converted back to Halo, but
Oh, I'm converting you into the knowledge of it, but
Okay. Go for it.
I'm not. But anyway, Halo's got some complex lore too. But anyway,
We'll get into it. Don't worry.
so the trophy support. I don't know why I decided to do this,
Uh-huh.
but Birth by Sleep is the game I'm currently trying to platinum.
Zach,
Yeah,
miracles still happen.
I know. And,
Jesus might have to intervene on this one.
But you know what? You want to know the most annoying thing about it, Nathan?
Disney bought it.
Well, Disney owned it in the first place, so
It was mutual, Disney and Square.
Oh, okay.
Now it's
Anyway.
now it's just Dare.
Yeah. You have
Sorry.
no idea. Stop it. Anyway,
Thank you.
but the thing I hate most about Birth by Sleep and trying to platinum it is there are certain trophies that you have to play multiple times to get,
Yep.
because the way the story is set up is it's split between 3 characters. So there are certain things in the game that I have to do 3 separate times at least.
Bruh.
At least 3.
3? Why do you have to do it 3 times?
Because there are 3 characters that I have to do it with.
Why don't
Like-
they just make it available after one character?
I don't know. So,
What if you just crack the game and just gave yourself everything?
no.
Okay.
I want to do it the right way, not the Nathan way.
That's not the Nathan way, but it would be if I had that game.
Anyway,
Anyway. Anywho.
so Nathan, what's something you hate about video games?
What I hate, the most annoying thing, and I think most people will agree with me after I say it.
Yeah.
When video games, outside of Angry Birds, try to make TV shows or movies.
Right. Well,
Stop it. It's a
Okay.
game.
to be fair,
Just make a game.
the Super Mario Bros. Movie was good, and the 2 Sonic movies were good.
Okay.
But those are exceptions to
Those
the
are
rule.
very large exceptions.
You're right.
And Mario also had a TV show back in the 80s, so it was kind of hand in
Right.
hand, and video games at the time were pretty young, so they already had a foundation.
Right.
Sonic, not so much.
Well, Sonic had all the TV shows and like the comics and stuff.
Oh, that's
so-
right. They did have
Yeah.
Sonic was kind of a mixture.
Right.
They were a mixture. The
But
Angry Birds kind of came out of left field, but
right.
you could also argue that Rovio doesn't
Uh-huh.
really make games anymore. They haven't really
Right.
done anything the past 10 years with the gaming side. So
Uh-huh.
they really did more become an entertainment company.
Right.
When you take an active franchise like Halo, the Halo TV show, are you kidding me?
Uh-huh.
John 117 should not have taken his helmet off right away.
Right.
and some of the other things that happened in that TV show that I haven't watched it for this reason, but there's some other things that happened should never have even been
Right.
thought of in the script. It should have been the story of Master Chief and Cortana.
Right. Here's the
But
thing, and
they will never
so
get it right.
so
Ever.
so I got back to get done with Calvary for the first time in a long time,
Uh-huh.
and Tim Ulrich,
My man.
however you say Ulrich.
How's it going,
I
Timmy?
think. Hi Tim, how's it going? I know he watches regularly. But we got to talking before I left, and he mentioned wanting to talk about like the adaptation industry.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
talking about this and since we've had him on the podcast, he's like, hey, might it be possible that we talk about this on the podcast? I was
Right,
like,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
at some point.
At some point,
At some
eventually,
point, Tim,
yes. It'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there, and we'll figure out how we meet up for that. Anyway, but here's my general thought on adaptations. One, I prefer it, at least, when the adaptation is its own thing. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
Look at Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's more like it follows the
That was like a reverse adaptation.
right. It follows the general beats of the book story,
Right.
but doesn't follow all of them.
Well,
There's-
Lord of the Rings went from book to movie
right,
to video game.
you're right,
Like they transitioned, and all of them have been really good.
right.
All of them.
Oh, there's a few exceptions to the rule there, but apparently,
I disagree, but that's okay.
I'm talking more on the gaming side than the
okay.
the movie side.
Most of the LOTR games have been pretty popular.
Most of them. I've heard that the newest game, Gom, isn't really that good, but
I don't know the whole everything behind that. though.
I haven't played it for myself, so I'm
Yeah.
not going to comment on it too much. But adaptations should be on their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, could they have made a Halo story, without Master Chief? I don't think so. Actually,
I will disagree slightly because they did it with Halo Reach. But
yeah,
the difference is that Halo Reach and really Halo 3 ODST as well. 3 ODST kind of started the whole branching thing. But they were all companion stories to the canon.
right.
So you have Halo 3 ODST, which is when you're a Marine,
Uh-huh.
before you actually get into the Spartan program.
Right.
And you know that because in Halo
Mhm.
Reach, some of those 3 ODST guys, well, I might have my timing backwards. I think they were actually part of Blue Team
Right.
with in Halo 5. And yeah.
Well, point being,
But still, the ODST guys were one step away from being
Spartans.
Spartans. Now, Halo Reach was the build-up to Master Chief,
Right.
right? So that was the build-up to Master Chief. Though that whole team had to die so that the rest of the storyline made sense to work.
Right. My point being is that they could have done a story. Excuse me.
You good?
We just got back from eating barbecue, so I might.
Yeah, I've been feeling it too, but not gonna lie.
But the story could have worked without Master Chief. One, number two, I would have preferred that if they're gonna have a character a Spartan remove their helmet, I as a more tertiary, like tangential Halo
Right.
fan, would have been like, okay, one of the facts is Master Chief does not remove his helmet, so let's not do that, and just have this be another character in the same universe
Right.
doing Master Chief things. And even then, you could do it after Master Chief dies, or when Master Chief's not in the picture, and just have Master Chief be this.
Eventually, Master Chief. That's something people
Yeah.
need to prepare for. Master Chief is gonna die eventually.
Right.
So yeah. All right. The next annoying thing, Zach. What is your next annoying thing that you don't like about gaming?
My next annoying thing. So this ties into what I was talking about, Birth by Sleep, a little bit.
Okay.
So my next annoying thing is while I've been trying to platinum Birth by Sleep, there's this one mini game that I have to complete in order to complete get the trophy the last trophy I need in the current character.
Right.
It's the last trophy with this character before I can switch characters and do all their stuff.
Right. Right.
Oh, yeah. But to platinum it, but to do that, I have to play this rhythm mini game.
Bro, rhythm games? No.
Okay.
No.
Before,
If you're making one, stop it.
before you go too far, A Melody of Memory, which is the Kingdom Hearts rhythm game, was better than I expected. I'll say that.
It's still a negatory.
It's still
It's still a negatory.
It's still okay. I would have preferred if this weren't made at all, but there were some cool things that they did with it, and I was just like, okay, it should it have been made, and probably not.
Never.
But
Never.
I'll give it that it at least tried and managed to pull off some cool things.
Yeah, sure.
And this goes into like a bigger topic of like timing mini games, timing mini games and like games in general. Just no. And let's differentiate something, Nathan. Let's differentiate
Yes,
something.
we talked about this.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
We are not talking about quick time events.
QuickTime events are dope. Those are fun.
While I will say there are some quick time events where I was just like, no. There are the vast majority
The
of them
majority of them
are
awesome. I love QuickTime
So-
events.
the difference for me at least between quick time events and like timing mini games and like rhythm mini games is that with the quick time events you have an ample opportunity to actually pull off what they're trying to get you to do.
Yeah. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
And they give you little hints.
Right.
Most of the time, a QuickTime event is a glorified movie scene, but it's interactive.
Right.
And
which is like the initial premise of video games in general. But
Telltale Games was the master at it.
Right.
Telltale Games was the master at it. Halo 4 had a QuickTime event at the beginning of the game, and it was actually really well done. Like, I really liked it.
Right. Kingdom Hearts 2 had QuickTime events, which is basically what the reaction commands were. They were QuickTime events, but you weren't like you didn't have to change
I
buttons.
think Halo Infinite had a few as well.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the best games that ever did it was, and I mentioned this to you before, was the Star Wars: The Force Unleashed.
Yes. Force Unleashed was a great game.
That was a great game.
I haven't played it all the way through, but
I played it all the way through like once or twice.
what ending did you get?
I think I got the good ending. I went for the good ending because I was just like, eh.
Didn't want to kill him?
I kind of wanted to kill him. I'm not gonna lie, which is why I wouldn't be a Jedi, you know.
Yeah, well, if
anyway.
you try to kill him, I mean, everything.
Anyway, but the way the Force Unleashed did their QuickTime events was really cool because most of their QuickTime events were in their boss fights.
Right.
And they gave you the ample opportunity I was talking about earlier. 2, they didn't punish you too much for failing them.
Right.
If you failed the QuickTime events in a boss fight, what the game does is it heals the boss like a tiny amount, or not a tiny amount, but like a small,
Right.
a smaller,
That's significant.
not too significant amount. It heals the boss a little bit, and then you can try again. All you have to do is whittle the little bosses down to like whittle the boss's health down a little bit more, and then
Right.
you can try again.
You could try it again. Yep.
So that was good. Kingdom Hearts 2 had the reaction commands were okay. You would miss. I missed a bunch of them, but that was because I wasn't trying to get them in the first place. So
Yeah, but you still beat him.
I still beat them. In Kingdom Hearts 2, relatively few of the bosses that had QuickTime events required the QuickTime event to beat them.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Right. So.
Hey, Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming out soon, though.
Yep.
This year, right?
Nope.
Is it next year?
Missing Link is coming out this year, We have not gotten a release date for 4 yet.
Okay. Missing Link. What is that?
It's a mobile game that,
I'm sorry.
yeah, exactly.
Hey, that's
Anyway.
another thing that's really annoying. Stop making mobile games.
Oh,
They're not fun.
yeah, mobile games actually kind of peaked with like Angry Birds and
Angry Birds, Bad Piggies, maybe like a couple platform type things.
right.
But like honestly, mobile games were only cool with the iPod Touch.
Yep.
Bloons Tower Defense.
Right.
But now it's like I gotta pull my phone out and look at Insta whatever grammar.
Right. There's like five.
Like
There's like a billion mini games.
here, let's see
Full
how many
games.
games do I actually have? Well, Minecraft is there.
Over a
You
dozen,
can
probably.
get balloons on here. And I'm not talking like chess or rook or board games either.
Right. And I'm not talking like official like
They
you
made
know.
Mario Kart for the iOS.
Yep. I'm not talking like solitaire and listen, guys. You may be finding this out for the first time, but I'm a big anime fan, and
I like anime. I like me some anime.
I like anime. And all I'll say on anime right now is use your
Discretion.
You use discretion,
Thank you.
because yes,
It's weird.
it is weird, and there are some scenes in anime that
That should not be.
that should not be.
Yep.
But yeah, and one of my favorite animes. That's unweird. One of my favorite anime is Yu-Gi-Oh. So I have a Yu-Gi-Oh game on my phone because I
Hey,
like
there you
playing
go.
it. But anyway, so games like
like-
that where you can
Yeah.
play against characters from another media that you like, or
Right. There was a game that came out at the end of my high school year that I really liked, and that was Trivia Crack.
I have Trivia Crack.
That was kind of fun.
Trivia Crack was fun.
I liked Trivia Crack.
I
a
like
lot.
me some Trivia Crack too.
All right, so we've talked a fair amount about things we don't like. What are about some things we like?
Oh my gosh. Well, before that, I'm gonna jump back on the timing minigames soapbox for a minute.
Okay.
Well, yes, there are the quick time events give you ample opportunity, and I've talked about some games that had quick time events that are like not too punishing. The timing minigame side, that the reason I don't like them is there is a sliver, and when I say a sliver, like the space in between my fingers right here, it's a smaller space than that.
Oh boy.
And I'm just like, it's a sliver between like the best score possible and the worst score possible. That's why I don't like them. I'm just like, it's not so much the success or failure. It's that you give me such a small chance of success, and it's such a huge scale of failure that I'm just like, why the heck do I even do this?
Right.
Now, Nathan,
Right. Yeah.
what are some things that you do like about video games?
Things I like in video games. So, oh boy. Something that I like in video games is when the sequel to the original game or to, well, really just any video game that comes after
Right.
another in a series actually builds on the story and thickens the plot.
Right.
Halo 1, great starter game, right? Halo CE, awesome
Right.
game. Halo 2, built perfectly on top of it.
Right.
Halo 3, built really well on top of that and really fixed a lot of the gameplay issues. 3 ODST supplied the story. Halo Reach supplied the mainline story. Halo 4 had a story.
Right.
Hey, okay. Before people start commenting with hate and whatever, I actually liked Halo 4 because it
Right.
took the focus off of Master Chief alone and put it on Cortana. The thing I didn't like is that they actually reversed everything that the Arbiter did. So they basically made the whole Arbiter, they retconned the Arbiter. And they did it in like 10 lines.
Right.
It was like, what are you doing?
Uh-huh.
Like, they had a gold mine with that, and they
Uh-huh.
totally just threw it all away. They're like, oh, yeah, we're going to fight Covenant baddies again. I'm like, seriously?
Right.
You've got nothing original? That makes me mad about video games. A lot of times they lose their originality.
Right.
Halo 4 did that.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 5 comes out. There's a reason why it's not getting ported to PC.
Right.
It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all around, it was just bad. Because it was all about Cortana, how she's insane. And her, like, trying to take control of everything. And so then Halo Infinite has had the impossible task of trying to unify the first 3 games and Reach and ODST with Halo 4 and 5. And so essentially they just picked up where Halo 5 left off, made it a really sad love story,
Right.
brought in a totally random character that it looked like they were going to build out, and then they just stopped. So I think there's going to be DLC for the story at some point.
Probably.
And that's another thing about games that I like. Games have turned away from constantly making new ones every like 2 or 3 years.
Right.
And actually have turned more. I don't like pay to win, but I like it as a service.
Right.
So the game that you bought, you pay $60, $70 up
Right.
front, but then you pay 10, 15, maybe $20 for additional storyline content after that might come with some extra perks.
Right.
I like that. I like battle passes too. I think battle passes is a good thing that happened.
Right.
Skins?
Yep. Please don't. They're cheap, but we
You want me to pay for a skin?
Right.
I'm not going to get started.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to start.
That's a rabbit trail of itself.
I'm not going to start it, Zach. Stop me.
Nathan, stop it.
Me. Okay, thank you.
I agree with all you said there, and this goes for like any form of media out there. Is when the sequel to a video game, movie, comic book, pick a form of media.
Yep.
The Gospels were the perfect sequel to the Old Testament.
I like it. That is how that worked, though. There was 400 years in there. Yeah. So. Yep.
It's like almost like God is our creator, and
we have no original ideas.
Right. Anyway, but sequels do like bring a good atmosphere to the to the gaming landscape. Right.
To be fair, I think Halo Infinite did a very good job with what they were given. And the game rocks right now, by the way, too. So
right.
Yeah.
And you talk about Halo. I'm going to talk about Kingdom Hearts.
Do it.
Kingdom Hearts 1 was like when I started you on the Kingdom Hearts pain train. Because that's what it is.
Literally, yeah, it was.
It's a pain train. But when I started you on the Kingdom Hearts road to darkness. I'm going to make up a whole bunch of Kingdom Hearts references, by the way.
That's okay.
But I was like, and I tried to start another few people on it too, but they were like, no, you suck.
I remember that, yeah.
And I was just like, well, you suck more.
Anyways, you were saying?
Anyway, I was saying, but Kingdom Hearts 1, like, the first game in a series, and really the first anything in any kind of series, like whether it's a movie or a book or, a comic or a graphic novel, pick your form of media. If the first like iteration of it should be self-contained and
there we are. Sorry about that.
Do we need to do any syncing of anything or anything?
No, we're good.
We're good. All right.
We are good.
Sorry, we had
technical difficulties.
Yep, technical difficulties.
We have those every episode.
Yeah, but anyway, so building, the first, like whether it's a game or a movie or a book, whatever you consume. If you're a writer of any kind, whether that's for movies, books, TV shows, video games, the first thing that if you're planning on doing a series, the first portion of the series should be self-contained, whether that's like the first movie or the first video game.
Right,
that's what I love about Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1 was very self-contained. I
It was
remember
very
that.
self-contained.
Yes.
Which is and that's probably the reason. Like I told you, I was just like, hey, we're gonna start with 1 because 1, you don't need to know anything about any of the rest of the series to do it. Because
Right.
it was the first game in the series, so they didn't have the massive veins of lore that we have now.
That's true.
Right. And 2, like if you don't like Nathan, if you didn't like Kingdom Hearts 1, I would have been like, okay, you didn't like it. Let's finish. I would have pushed you to finish 1, and then been like, okay, we don't have to do any of the other games.
Right.
That way, you could experience the story of the game and then be done, and not have any ill consequences on it.
Right.
Because the way Kingdom Hearts 1 ends is Sora, Donald, and Goofy go off into the distance, and you can just assume that they had more adventures after that.
Right.
And they did.
Yeah, very much so.
In building, the sequels built off it fairly well. Train of Memories.
That's a good game.
It's good. It is a good game. Built off, there's more threats out in the, the wider world than just the main enemies of the first game.
Heartless.
Then
Nobodies.
Then 2 is just like, let's finish off this second threat. Then we'll there's more. It just expands on the threat of the nobodies and then you get. Birth by Sleep is just like, oh, hey, here's the big bad of this entire thing. Here's the guy who started it all off. And that's a good backstory for some of the people. Let's see what other games are there. Dream Drop Distance exists. That's all I'll say about that game. That's
Dream Drop. Wasn't that the one they ported?
That's one of the ones they ported.
Yeah.
Birth by Sleep and Train of Memories they also ported.
Yeah.
But
some of those ports were weird, man.
Dream Drop Distance.
The card thing. Was that the card one?
No, that was Train of Memories.
That was Chain of Memories?
Dream Drop Distance had problems to begin with, and then they ported it, which gave it more problems.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one that we just watched the cutscene movie on?
Yep. Because
Yeah,
I
I
was just
remember
like,
that. Yeah.
and even that was stupid. I was just like, this sucks. Anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
But Dream Drop Distance it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be a future episode of where I just rant. Why does this?
That's all you, Brody.
That's just me. We might have another friend, another Kingdom Hearts nerd on. My former roommate Levi, and we're just gonna talk about how Dream Drop Distance is stupid.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. But yeah. And then obviously 3 is just like the big, let's end Xehanort and this threat, and then we'll move on. But yeah,
we are such nerds, man.
We are such nerds.
People are gonna be like, "You guys are so nerdy." And
what's wrong with being
you
nerds?
Know what? I'm nerdy,
and I like it.
Yeah.
Hey Nathan, you want to know something else I like about video games?
What's that, Zachary?
The music.
Bro! All right. I'm going to tell you my favorite composers for music, for video games, and then you tell me yours. I need the internet because there's one I can't remember, but I want to get this right.
And while Nathan's looking that up,
I need to find my Halo playlist.
Yes, there are like main composers to video game scores, but there are so many other composers like under them that are working just as hard. That, someone like like Hans Zimmer might be not Hans Zimmer. Yeah, Hans Zimmer. Someone like Hans Zimmer might be credited for the work as an entirety. He did not make. He might not be making all the tracks for a video game.
All right. I got it.
Do it.
Marty O'Donnell.
Ooh, good one.
Michael Salvatore.
Another good one.
Neil Davidge from Halo 4.
Good one.
Kazuma Januki from Halo 5.
Yep.
Curtis Schweitzer from Halo Infinite.
Are they just? Is it just like all the people that worked on the Halo soundtrack?
Okay, Michael Salvatore also did Destiny.
That's true, but you know.
The Destiny soundtrack is so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want to know something?
Also, screw you, Activision. Big time. Don't sponsor us, Activision.
Activision.
I'm not working with you.
Square, maybe. Square, yes.
Yes, Square, yeah. Everybody else, yes. Activision,
No.
don't. Okay. If the buyout goes through, then okay. But
No.
if not, then no.
Okay. You want to know something?
They are cleaning up shop. I will say that.
Yeah.
Bobby Kotick's out, so
You want to know
that's a good thing.
some of my favorite video game composers?
Who is they?
Bear McCreary, who worked on
Yes.
God of War.
Yep.
The new ones, not the old ones. Although the guy who did the old ones is actually
Respect.
also like
Mad respect, bro.
Yeah, the guy who worked on the Greek score for God of War, the Greek era for God of War, did really good.
Yeah.
Yoko Shimomura,
Yes.
she's the one who did
Yep.
the Kingdom Hearts, a large majority of the Kingdom
Hearts,
yeah. And who was the third one? I had a third one.
What game series?
I don't remember. This is what happens when you're nearly 27 years old.
Wait.
Which, by the way, I'm nearly 27 years old. I'll be 27.
Are you talking about the guy from 3? Composer for 3 or 2?
Oh, wait. Yeah, it was 3. There were a lot of good composers that worked on Kingdom Hearts in general.
Let me look at it.
But Yoko Shimomura did Dearly Beloved, and she did like amazing on that because that's like one of the best tracks ever. I'm gonna shout out Utada Hikaru, the lady who did the openings and like closing songs for Kingdom, the opening credits and closing credits.
Yoko Shimomura did all of the music for each of the games.
Yeah, but yeah, but Utada Hikaru did the opening and closing themes for Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, that's right.
And then they just remixed them for all the others.
Because they were so good, yeah.
So the first one was Simple and Clean. That was an amazing song.
Yes.
The second one was Sanctuary, which, was great. I like the closing ones more than the opening ones because the opening ones were remixes. Yeah. They were sped up. But I like the slower, more...
Right. I like the chiller stuff.
Oh, and then...
I got a song that I gotta show you.
And then for 3, she went... Utada Hikaru went all out. She did Don't Think Twice for closing.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got Skrillex. Hey, gosh.
Okay, but it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
She got Skrillex for Face My Fears.
Yeah.
Which was great. That was my favorite opening by far. Which
100%.
sounds weird. Which sounds weird because the other two openings are just remixes of the closing songs, and I like the closing songs just fine. The openings, I think it was more the visuals I didn't like.
Oh, Reflection by Skylar Wynn and Michael Salvatore is so good.
Yep.
Kevin Kiner, I love as well. He's a Star Wars guy.
John Williams is like an evil genius, though.
Harry Gregson Williams from the Metal Gear.
Right.
Yeah.
Metal Gear.
Oh, Jeff Knorr, Civilization 6.
Oh my gosh.
He went off. The thing is with that one too, is that they had 4 versions of each song for each country.
Yeah.
Because they had all the different eras.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Yeah. That guy went off. What you looking for?
Also, the guy who made One Winged Angel for Final Fantasy VII, that one is a legendary track.
Yes, I agree. I like how we're both just on our phones now.
Yeah.
Like, what's our?
So what we're doing right now is, since we're talking about music, I think both of us have pulled up our gaming playlist.
Yes. Well, I already actually gave all mine.
Let me pull out.
Oh boy. There's a lot of really good ones, man.
You're right. There's a lot of good ones.
Halo 2. Oh, you know what I like?
What?
when video games bring in artists outside of their own people
Right.
to do stuff. So like in Halo 2, they brought in Breaking Benjamin and basically made Breaking Benjamin like what they were. You know? That was super cool. But then when they had to do the anniversary edition, they could have bring Breaking Benjamin back. I guess they didn't want to pay for it, but
Jasper Kidd. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Jasper Kidd,
Yeah.
the guy who did most of the composing for Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed 2.
Yep. I agree with that one.
Ezio's Family was like an amazing track.
Absolutely.
I guess he did continue to do work on Assassin's Creed, but you know.
Oh man. There's a lot of games, guys. There's a ton of games.
There's a lot of games, and there's a lot of good composers out there that just.
Yep. All right, we got to wrap it up, man.
We gotta wrap it up. What's one last thing you?
Well, I think our camera's going to get angry if we don't wrap up soon.
Right. All right. One last thing.
I don't have anything more.
Okay.
I really don't.
Also, the composers who did Legend of Zelda.
Oh, yeah. Shout out, yeah.
Shout out for them. And all the other composers out there that don't work. All right, that's all I had.
Okay.
Bye.
Hey, like,
Comment,
subscribe, comment, hit that bell, Patreons.
Patreon, and
Check out, if you're watching on YouTube, click the link to Spotify down below
Right.
if you want to listen to Season 1,
Season 1
which is also coming out on YouTube at some point, too.
at some
But,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
See you guys later.
We love you.
Yeah. Bye.
Now it's the awkward moment when I have to stand up. No.
Yep. This is the awkward, like after we end moment.
Do. Thank you, Zachary. Yeah. I tolerate everybody's existence. I am a Christian.